Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now this is going to be another pickups video because I want to show you a range of titles which I've picked up over the last few weeks, both from the shop and also ones I've ordered online. Now I've got that many this time, guys, so I can't hold them up. So I've just split them into three piles. I've got a couple of box sets. I've got some Blu-rays and I've got some DVDs. All right then, guys. So as I said, I've got quite a few here to show you. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. I'm going to start with the box sets. Okay. So the first box set I'd like to show you is one of two, actually. One of two box sets that Arrow released a couple of years ago. If you like your Japanese monster movies, you most probably, if you haven't got them, you might like to pick these up. So I've got the Gamera, the Heisei era. And I've also got Gamera, the Showa era. So there you go. Yeah. I've actually been working my way through these now. I'm near the end, and they're pretty much a mixed bag, really. You know, what spoke these movies for me, there's quite a few kids in them and that. You know, you put a lot of kids in them and that. And I don't like a lot of kids in me movies and that, you know. So I think that detracts from the story, yeah. So there you go. They're nice box sets anyway. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to keep them or not. So there you go. There's the two Arrow Gamera box sets. Next box set I'd like to show you is one by Severin. Now there's only really, well, up to now, from the ones I've watched, there's only one movie I really like in them, and that's Lady Frankenstein, and even that's not great, to be honest, yeah. So if this is the Danza Macabre box set collection from Severin, but I love that cover art, it's fantastic, yeah. But unfortunately, the movies I've watched, they haven't really sort of like ticked all the boxes for me, but it's a lovely set, you know. It's always a shame, like, when you get a lovely box set like this and you get some crap movies thrown in, it completely detracts from the enjoyability of the fact that I'll just briefly show you the movies, guys. So you've got the best one, Lady Frankenstein, and then you've got Scream of the Demon Lover, awful. Seventh Grave, equally awful, and the one I haven't seen yet, Monster of the Opera. So there you go. That's the Danza Macabre box set from. This was actually Lady Frankenstein was actually released separately in the UK, yeah. But that's the only one up to now that I've really, well, I haven't been crazy about it, but about the best of the four, really. So there you go, guys. That's the Danza Macabre box set from Severin. Yeah, so say like it's just like the Christopher Lee box sets I ordered. I was disappointed with them, you know. But what can you do? This is the result of blind buying. So there you go. That's the Severin Danza Macabre collection. Okay then, guys, that just about does it for the box set. So we're going to move on now, guys, to the DVDs, and I'll do the Blu-rays. There's quite a few obscure titles here, which even I had never heard of until I actually came across them, you know, through my usual browser online. Okay, so the first one I'd like to show you is a Euro Terror Classics black and white DVD from the 1960s. It's 77 minutes long, and it's also called The Embalmer, but this is the title here on the DVD, The Monster of Venice. It's about this guy, like, he's sort of like lives underneath the catacombs of Venice and that, and what he does, he kidnaps women off the streets, and he takes them down to his lair, and he embalms them, preserves them. It's the kind of role what Vincent Price would have been good playing, you know, that kind of role, like the sinister doctor and that, experiment like with the humans and that. So there's all the women who he's embalmed and that, yeah. So it was okay. It wasn't really anything to write home about, but as I say, it's got two titles. It's got The Embalmer, and there's the sinister mask what he wears, guys, yeah. Quite a creepy menacing character, yeah. It was okay, but nothing really special yet. So there you go, Monster of Venice, also known as The Embalmer. Next DVD, now I really enjoyed this one. I watched this last Sunday evening. It's Dario Argento's third movie in the Three Mothers trilogy, you know, the others being Suspiria and Inferno, and oh yes, some really pretty gory kills in this, guys. It also stars his daughter, Asia Argento. That's called Mother of Tears. Fantastic, yeah. That's the third witch, as I say, in the trilogy, and that, you know, the other two were in the other two movies, as I say, Suspiria and Inferno. But oh yeah, this got some pretty gruesome kills, guys. It really has, yeah. So I hope they bring this out on Blu-ray, yeah. So yeah, oh yeah, Very enjoyable movie, yeah. But I did go into it, actually, to be honest, I did go into it with my expectations low, because I've heard quite a few people didn't like it, but then on the other side of the coin, it has got its fans, and I've become one of them, yeah. Really enjoyed this one, so I'm keeping this one in my collection. That is the third in the Three Mothers trilogy by Dario Argento, and that is The Mother of Tears. Next up is a couple of more movies here from the 1960s. This one I haven't watched yet. This is getting a Blu Ray release, actually. Screaming young girl sucked into a labyrinth of horror by a blood-starved ghoul from hell. Oh, that's a selling point in itself, isn't it? So that is a movie called The Beast from Haunted Cave. Love that cover, guys. And there you go, guys. There's the back. I haven't watched this one yet, so I can't really comment yet. Another one from the 1960s, yeah. Actually, no, sorry, this is from 1959, yeah. So there you go. That's The Beast from the Haunted Cave. Next one up is another old black and white one. I have watched, and I didn't think too much of it. You know, despite the lurid cover, you know, it's sort of one of those movies that didn't live up to my expectations. Yeah, from 1965. That's a movie called Bloodthirst. But as I say, I love that cover. But the proof of the pudding's in the eating, isn't it, really? And as I say, this didn't prove to be a very good movie. Yeah, I won't read too much about it. It's basically about it's set in Manila, and beautiful women are being brutally murdered, all found with deep incisions in their forearms, and all completely drained of blood. Yeah, it's basically one of these kind of like serial killer movies filmed in the Philippines. Yeah, very much similar along the lines of Brides of Blood, Mad Dr. Blood Island. Yeah, so it was made in the mid-60s, but didn't see wide release in the US until 1971. So there you go, guys. That is Bloodthirst. A couple of stills there, guys, from the movie. Yeah, Bloodthirst. Next up is one I watched last night from 1971. Never seen it before. It stars Roald Dahl's wife, Patricia Neal, and the script was actually written by Roald Dahl himself. As I say, I'd never heard of this movie prior to coming across it online. And also Jonathan Rigby mentioned it as well in one of the interviews he does, and I think it was the Christopher Lee movie, what I watched recently. Yeah, when he talks about 70s movies. That's a movie called The Night Digger. It's basically about this guy. He's a kind of a handyman, and he's sort of like it gets in with this you know, a woman's middle-aged woman played by Patricia Neal, and he's a kind of a serial killer. He rides around on the motorbike, but he has to say, but it was very slow, guys. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, very, very disappointing British movie from 1971. So this will be going on eBay. There's a couple of stills, guys, from the movie. Patricia Neal, Roald Dahl's wife. Yeah, I think this is the first movie I've seen where Roald Dahl's written the actual screenplay. But yeah, not a very good movie. That's The Night Digger from 1971. Next up is one. This is a Russian movie. It's a kind of a sci-fi horror. I watched it and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Basically about this astronaut. He goes into space and he comes back, but he's been infected by this creature. But I didn't like it. I switched it off about halfway through. That's a movie called Sputnik. Bored me to tears, yeah. So I didn't like that at all, yeah. I think it's a kind of a nod to Alien, a very, very poor nod as well, if you ask me. So there you go, guys. That's Sputnik. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. And another old rare movie, guys. This is from 1958, and this is a movie called Night of the Blood Beast. I watched a bit of this the other night, and the picture quality was awful, so I turned it off. But I most probably, at some point, I'll go back to it and watch it right through. But the picture quality was awful. It's like one of those, you know, those horror box sets where you get about 100 movies on so many discs. Very, very bad copy. It looks like it's been copied from VHS, yeah. But again, the cover, love the cover, but the movie up to now has been very disappointing picture-wise, yeah. So there you go. That is The Night of the Blood Beast. Okay, then, guys, that rounds up the DVDs. I'm going to move on to the Blu-rays now. So the first Blu-ray I'd like to show you is, I was watching a YouTube video, actually, by a girl who reviews Giallo movies, and she said, this is my all-time favourite Giallo movie. Now, I love Giallo movies. Admittedly, they can be a little bit of a hit and miss, but I do love a good Giallo movie. My favourite one is The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, yeah. So this stars Farley Granger and Sylvia Koskina, and I think it's from 1971, or thereabouts, yeah. It's actually it's a kind of a Giallo movie, and it's a movie called So Sweet, So Dead. Fantastic artwork there, guys. Yeah, very, very sinister looking, typical Giallo killer there lurking lurking in the background, yeah. So I'm looking forward to watching this one, yeah. The girl, oh yeah, she absolutely loves it, yeah. Yeah, actually my all-time favourite Giallo movie, yeah. She had a load of Giallo movies in a collection. She picked this one as her favourite, yeah. So there you go, guys. That is so sweet, so dead. Next Blu-ray up is going back to the Japanese monster movies. Now, this is a very, very recent one, actually. Don't know too much about it. I've seen the trailers, and I like the trailers, so I thought, oh, what the hell? I'll pick it up and give it a go. And that is Shin Godzilla. So there you go, and there's some stills, guys, from the movie, yeah. Yeah, I was very impressed by the trailers at the special effects, so I thought I'd give it a go, yeah. So Shin Godzilla. Next up is one I bought from Film Treasures. Now, you'll probably know, if you've been watching my videos regularly, I rate Film Treasures very, very highly. They're a great company. They've got some great American imports and that. I bought quite a few from them. Film Treasures, and fast delivery as well. You know, you get it like within a day or two, you know, what you're ordering and that, depending on stock and availability and that, you know. So, yeah, so this is a double movie, actually. It's got a very plain cover. I love that cover. It's two movies. It's Blood of the Chupacabras and The Revenge of the Chupacabras. So I'll just open it up and show you. So there you go. There's the Blood of the Chupacabras. And then there's some stills, guys, from the back. I'll just open it up. So you've got... There's a disc. Blood of the Chupacabras and The Revenge of the Chupacabras. And you've got a nice... poster, guys. I'll just show you the poster. There you go. One of those urban legends, the Chupacabras, yeah. So I'm looking forward to checking these out. Never seen them before. So yeah, so Blood of the Chupacabras and The Revenge of the Chupacabras. So yeah, looking forward to watching them. Next up is one. Now this is the third movie in the, you know, the House of a Thousand Corpses, the one with Sid Field in, the Rob Zombie trilogy. This is the third one. This is the one, I think Sid Field died in the middle of filming it. I've never seen it before. I've heard a couple of people saying it's not as good as the first two. So I thought I'd give it a go anyway. I got it cheap last week in CX. That's 3 from Hell. So yeah, so I thought I'd give it a go. There you go. 3 from Hell. Next up is now this stars my one of my all-time favourite horror actors, the late great Boris Karloff, and this was made in 1967. He went abroad to make this, and I watched it last week and I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's also got the girl in it from that ghost movie I've been raving about, The Sweet Sound of Death. Yeah, so this is a movie called Cauldron of Blood. There you go. Boris Karloff plays a blind sculptor, and he's got like his wife's a psychopath because she slaughters people, and she uses their bones for her husband's sculptures, unbeknownst to him. It's a very, 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 very entertaining movie, yeah. Not one of Karloff's best movies, but oh yeah, it was entertaining. I had a blast with it, yeah. I love the scenery as well, and that, you know, beautiful scenery and that. I actually done a review of this last week, so you might want to check that out. So there you go, guys. That's Boris Karloff in The Cauldron of Blood. Lovely looking Blu-ray. Next up is now this is it's basically like a follow-on to a movie I'm not really keen on, but I thought, well, I've seen it cheap in CX, I thought, so I'll give it a go. You know, some people said it's better than the first one, and that is Blair Witch. So, yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. Like, I haven't watched it yet. And I like the slipcover. It's got a nice red case as well, guys. Yeah, so I'm not open too much. I'm not, you know, I'm not building my expectations up about it because I didn't like the first one, but I thought I'd give it a go. If I don't like it, I can chuck it on eBay or give it to a charity shop. So there you go, that's Blair Witch. Next up is well, this is a kind of a monster movie. It's based on the 1960s series Ultraman, which I've actually bought. Actually, I've got the series and that, so I haven't watched it yet. This is a movie called Shin Ultraman. So it's more of a sci-fi movie, but I thought I'd give it a go. It was all right. It was nothing special yet. So there you go. That is Shin Ultraman. Next up is one. Now, one of my YouTubers recommended this movie to me. It's with me like in Hammer Films and that, and he said, "Have you seen this one? Have you seen it?" I thought, I'll give it a go. Yeah, it's a kind of a nod to a Hammer movie. If you watched it for the first time, I didn't know anything about it, you think it was a Hammer movie, and that is a movie called Blood of the Vampire. but it was more like a Frankenstein movie, guys, rather than a vampire movie. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on it. Like, it was a nice colour, and there you go. There's the titular vampire. He was in room at the top as well. What's his name? Yeah, is that legendary actor Sir Donald Wolfis? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Barbara Shelley's in it as well, who's a very, very famous name in the world of Hammer. But yeah, I wasn't too keen on it, guys. Yeah, it looked good as well. Yeah, so what can you do? Yeah, so there you go. That's Blood of the Vampire. Next up is now I'm really looking forward to watching this double bill. Oh yeah, definitely. The first movie I saw many years ago on our old black and white telly. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's very much along the lines of The Devil's Reign, if any of you've seen that movie. So you've got that one, and you've got another one as well, starring Peter Fonda and Susan George. Peter Fonda's actually in both of these. So you've got Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, and the Race with the Devil. And the Race with the Devil is the one I'm looking forward to most, you know, because it involves like a cult, you know, it's a kind of a Dennis Wheatley movie, you know, this, you know, foursome, like, they're on, from what I can remember, they're on a trip in the country and that, well, the American wilderness and that, and he witnessed an occult ritual, and then they see them, you know, the occultists, and they start chasing them all over the, you know, the wilderness of America. So I'm looking forward to watching that. It's got the girl out of MASH in it, Loretta Swit, the blonde girl, yeah. So there you go. There's a picture of them, guys, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to revisiting Race with the Devil. But I don't know anything about Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. That's got one of my favourite British actors, Susan George. So, yeah. So I think that's more of a thriller movie, yeah. But I'm certainly looking forward to revisiting that, Race with the Devil. So, yeah. So great double bill there, guys, yeah. Yeah, so there you go. Inside. Action-packed double feature. So, yeah. So double bill, Race with the Devil and Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. Next up is, oh, God. I'm not going to say too much about this, guys. I know some people do like it, and that's fine. One man's meat is another man's poison, but it wasn't for me, guys. You know, I was really disappointed. I only liked the first one anyway. Yeah, Evil Dead Rise. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Yeah. Yeah, so there you go, and there's the back there, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more about it because I've done a review of it, and yeah, I was profoundly disappointed. Yeah, but yeah, as I say, I do know the movie as it spans. It's one of those Marmite movies. Yeah, but yeah, so there you go. That is Evil Dead Rise. Okay, moving on. Now this one here, this was originally released in a box set, the Blood Island collection. So when I saw this one, I thought to myself, oh, right, I'll pick it up and see what it's like. And it's a movie called Brides of Blood. There's the back there, guys. Yeah, again, it's a movie I wasn't too fussy on. Lovely scenery, but very, very slow. And the monster was there. It was corny. You know, you could tell like it was fake. You know, very, very slow, but beautiful, beautiful scenery. This reminded me of one of Elvis's Hawaiian movies. You know, the islands and that. You know, oh, lovely, lovely picture. But, you know, the movie left a lot to be desired. It's got all the special features on there, guys. Oh, lovely. One of the most beautiful blonde women I've ever seen in a movie, yeah. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful actress, yeah. But, as I say, the story, this is again in the blue dress, yeah. But the story was, it left a lot to be desired. It's a shame and all. I always hate it when you get a lovely cover. I've said this before. I always hate it when you get a lovely colour and the movie turns out to be crap. Yeah, so there you go. I don't know whether I'll be picking the other Blood Island movies up. Yeah, so there you go. That is Brides of Blood. So that's from 1968. Next up is one I bought in HMV last Saturday. Another one I wasn't too keen on. Very, very slow. Oh, was it slow? Nothing happened in it. Movie called Zeda. Nice cut, you know, it's nice, you know, packaging and that. But again, the movie fell short of me, you know, didn't tick all the boxes for me. It's about this guy, like, he gets this typewriter, and it's supposed to have, like, occult powers and that, yeah. And it's like this kind of a secret attached to it, because it's supposed to be a gateway to a portal to another world and that. But I did not like it at all, guys. I was bored senseless with it. There's its alternative, Revenge of the Dead. Yeah, and there's some stills. But yeah, I didn't like it at all, yeah. So it's on eBay. You get a nice booklet with it all about the movie and that, you know. But, you know, it was left a lot to be desired. Yeah, so there you go. That is Zeda, also known as Revenge of the Dead. But yeah, awful, awful movie. One of the worst I've ever seen, actually. Okay, now the next one's a werewolf movie. Never seen it before. Thought I'd give it a go because I've been told like the werewolf makeup was very good. Yeah, I've watched it. The makeup was very good, but the movie again fell short. I'm sorry to say, fell short of the expectation. That's a movie called Bad Moon. Yeah, but as I say, the werewolf movie, they were right when they said the werewolf makeup, sorry, was very good, you know, but the story was awful. It really was. I didn't like the story, yeah. So again, candidate for eBay. So there you go. That is Bad Moon from was it 1970? No, sorry, 1996. Now finally, I've got the franchise here, popular franchise now. I thought I'd get them all on 4K. I've watched most of them, like, you know, I like some more than others, but I thought when I saw them released on 4K, and the very latest one, I got the latest one, so I thought I'll get the others as well. So, I've got Scream 6, lovely slipcover. So I've got Scream 6. I've got the very first Scream, 4K. Scream 2, lovely slipcover. Scream 2. Scream 3 is very hard to get. I had to send up to Amazon Germany for that, but I have heard it's going to get a 4K release sometime in the future. So that's Scream 3. And finally, the one I wasn't too keen on, Scream. What you must say, Scream 5, yeah. Yeah. Alright then, guys, so that's it. So that's me pickups over the last couple of weeks. Have you seen any of these movies? What did you think of them? Let me know in the comments down below, yeah. But yeah, it's just a shame about some of those beautiful looking box sets. The movies left a lot to be desired, yeah. And as I say, I always hate that. I've actually got quite a few more. I've got quite a few more pickups on the way. But I'll put them in my next video, yeah. One very interesting one, actually. It's like a kind of a nod to the old Universal black and white monster movies. I saw trailers of it. Oh, was I impressed? Because you actually thought you were watching an actual Universal monster movie, but I won't say any more about that. That'll be in my next pickups video. Okay then, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, you know, the usual, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well, I'll be back again very soon with another video. Have a nice weekend. Bye.